We've promised to keep you updated on the Joe Biden podcast. Here's the deal. And, well, we found some interesting results. Let's take a listen.
I've been able to also pick up the phone and call a lot of the people around the country and around the world I haven't had a chance to spend that much time in the last year and a half doing. And whether it's world leaders or close friends, to get their sense of what they think we should be doing going into and coming out of this god-awful pandemic. I've gotten to read more on a regular basis than I have before. I read a lot of political history.
Well, I've been reading too. I actually finally got to read all of Michelle Obama's biography.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Pretty good, isn't it?
So I'm not sure if you could hear what we heard, which are the hard cuts of the editing there. It's very clear that it's like the ramble, then they cut in order to speed forward. Together. Cut forward to Amy Klobuchar, and of course they get the little Michelle Obama. Of course, Amy Klobuchar is reading Becoming, Michelle Obama's book. I think it's funny. Couple things going on there. Amy Klobuchar obviously auditioning to become vice president. So she has held now, I think she sent a fundraising thing on his behalf, coming on the podcast. They're testing out kind of to see there. But at the same time, Krystal, I mean, Michelle Obama's name is continuing to be floated, even though I don't think there's any really serious speculation that she might do it.
Yeah, Amy also had that moment when she first endorsed Joe, remember, where she had like a slip of the tongue, where she was like, I'm glad to join the administration, and then she had to try to kind of clean it up, which also sparked some speculation. I wouldn't be shocked if it was Amy, but I kind of don't think that's the direction they're going to go in. But yeah, as you were alluding to, Reverend Al Sharpton, who, you know, of course, civil rights leader and over at MSNBC, talked about how he praised to God that Michelle Obama would be on the ticket as Biden's VP. Joe got asked about it and said in a heartbeat he would take her. And look, obviously, you and I have our critiques of the Obama administration, but she is legitimately one of the most popular figures in America. I mean, she does get that like rock star treatment. Her book, she packs arenas. Like, she does have that kind of star power. She has always said she has zero interest in running for office, and I have a hard time imagining that she would actually be open to such an entreaty. But there's no doubt for many Democrats, she would be the dream VP.
Well, why run for office whenever you can just make millions off your book and your Netflix deals?
That's a great question.
And she's literally selling out stadiums, and she's acting like Oprah. So I think she's fine. And I wouldn't give that up if I had that. It's interesting more to look at the desperation, looking around, trying to plug the hole for the Biden campaign, because that's ultimately what that is about. When they're like, oh, pick Michelle Obama, because they need somebody who brings the dynamism of the Obamas to the Biden campaign. That's people. So many people forget this. And look, Obama, I think he was an empty husk in 2008, and much of the criticism of him was correct. But he was an all-star politician, second to none, one of the best politicians in modern history. He had the ability to captivate millions. Yes, he had the press on his side and all that, but it didn't matter. Ultimately, in terms of raw star power, he actually had that. Biden doesn't have any of that.
And Michelle has that too, by the way.
And Trump has.
She really does.
I mean, all these people have the ability to captivate people on the medium of television. The Biden campaign doesn't have that. And that's what this discussion is actually about. It's like, we're just like missing this oomph factor.
Right.
And it's like, well, it ain't, what are you going to do? You're going to pick Amy Klobuchar? Like, that's just not something that's going to do that. What are you going to do? Pick Kamala Harris, who, she's never had that in her entire political life.
Or there's starting to be these Warren people coming out making their case for Elizabeth Warren to be the VP, which, we're going to talk to Ryan Grimm about that. But, she couldn't even win her home state. She got third in her home state, right? I just don't see what she would bring to the ticket. It's hard for me to see how Kamala, certainly Amy, who the media didn't try to make anyone happen harder than Amy Klobuchar. I mean, every debate, Amy was the winner, right? And then after she got third in New Hampshire, it was like, oh, she's the new front runner. Yeah. Okay,
well, you had that viral moment, I think, on Bill Maher's show when he's like, I'm looking at Amy.
I'm looking hard at Amy Klobuchar. Yeah. But, here's the thing. They want they want young people to be excited about this ticket,
right.
which is why you grasp for a person like Michelle Obama, who has no interest in being on the ticket and is not going to be on the ticket, right? But they're grasping for that kind of a game changer candidate, but they won't actually even consider any of the movement leaders who are genuinely exciting to young people, because they all hail from the Bernie Sanders left. And so that is a bridge too far. They want the energy without actually having to back the policies and the vision and the direction that would genuinely excite young voters and also Latino voters. Let's not forget that Sanders had an overwhelming performance there as well, especially out west. So they don't want to really do what it takes, because first and foremost, the goal has got to be vanquishing the Sanders movement. And, then we'll try to figure out some sort of way to cobble together the energy we need to limp over the finish line over here.
Yeah, that's what a lot. And I just think it's so funny that they put out these 20-minute or whatever podcasts, and they just have to so heavily edit it.
Has it broken the top 100 on Apple Podcasts
still has not broken the top 100. So, you can still listen to your favorite murder mysteries and Joe Rogan up there, but not Joe Biden. All right, we'll have more Rising for you after this.